Oh my God, look how sick. Damn!
Hey everybody, this is Motorcycle Mouse, back to you with another video. Today we're out here at the infamous Tail of the Dragon, bordering the North Carolina-Tennessee border. 318 turns in just 11 miles. It's pretty soon on the September 1st, 2013. Chase on Two Wheels and I Am Ramekin are hosting a moto meetup where they're going to come up here and ride this. So I thought what I would do is come up here, if you've never been up here, and kind of show you what the road looks like. We're just going to cruise it. We're not doing anything crazy right now. And I'm just going to give you a few tips on riding the Dragon. This is my brother in front of me. I'm letting him use my wife's bike. It's a cruiser style. He's going to help me instruct a little bit. He's pretty new on a cruiser, and he's never been out to the Dragon, so he's going to be able to help us a little bit. And we got cops. Eric, show him the symbol for a cop. That's the symbol for a cop. If you see another rider doing that, that means there's police up ahead. Slow down and don't do anything stupid to get yourself a ticket or put yourself in jail. Okay, so some of the tips for riding on the Dragon. One of the first tips I would say is ride your own ride. Don't be showing out for anybody else, because out here is not the place to do that. A lot of these places, if you go off the side of this mountain, you got time to get right with God before you hit the bottom. They're saying slow down, so there's cops up here. But I mean, you can see down off to the side, if you go off on some of this, I mean, you're gonna get hurt. A guy died about 2 weeks ago out here, so that's why the cops are out here in force today. Also, since 2001 up until whenever the Hell Roads video was shot, I think it was 24 lives had been claimed on these next 11 miles that we're riding. Each one of the 11 miles has claimed at least one life. So this road right here, I mean, it's any given turn, someone has been injured, hurt, or killed on. If that tells you anything about how serious this is. At the beginning of this, there's the Tree of Shame. I'll put up a picture of the Tree of Shame, and that's a sort of a makeshift monument that they put up to kind of for you to see and to kind of give you some respect for these next 11 miles. So yeah, my first tip is ride your own ride. Don't be showing out for anybody. Go at your own pace and your own comfortableness, because these turns come at you fast, and if you get acting crazy, you'll make your rookie mistakes out here, and it'll put you into either side of a road or off of one of the cliffs. Okay, my second tip for riding the Dragon is if you are the slower traffic, if you have traffic building up behind you, rather than trying to take off and just keep up for those guys, there's plenty of pull-offs out here. Pull off out of their way, let them go by, and then you go. That keeps everybody safe out here. My third tip would be your riding lines. Outside, inside, outside. You'll notice how my brother's doing it right now. It's outside, cut to the inside of the apex, back to the outside like I just did. Okay, on this one, same thing. We're going from the outside. That was more of a small turn. See, here comes a sharp one, we'll show you. Outside to the inside, back to the outside. Now you're watching through the turn the entire time you're taking this turn. Don't target fixate on the side of the road. You'll go off the road if you target fixate. Outside, inside, outside. Perfect. Just like that, guys. Outside, inside, outside. That's a big deal out here, because if you mess that up, what'll end up happening is, let's say I gassed it through this turn right here, and let's say this one was sharp. Now I'm on the inside and I can't take it any further to the outside. And what'll end up happening is I'll end up blowing that turn on something like this. I'll be coming around and I'll end up going straight over into this lane over here. And if there's another car or motorcycle coming, you just had a head-on collision. I got some bikes behind me now, so I'm gonna move over for them. I'm gonna pull over. Or if you have a bike and you don't mind lane sharing, go ahead and lane share. Just wave them on by. See, I just waved this guy on by. Alright, let me get back up here and we'll finish what we were talking about. That guy right there earlier got a ticket. The guy that was just on the side. Okay, another tip for riding a Dragon is careful on your brakes. When you're in these turns, don't be grabbing handfuls of brake if you see another vehicle or anything like that. Once you commit to these turns, try your best just to go ahead and commit, turn as hard as you need to turn, and go ahead and make the turn. Don't commit to the turn, then realize you think you're going too fast and start grabbing brake. That's a surefire plan for disaster. The only way you're going to make it through that turn is to go ahead and commit to that turn, look through the turn, make it through the turn. Don't be panicking and upsetting the bikes while you're going through these turns. That's not what you want to do. Just having a nice steady pace like this until you get used to it. Okay, and that brings me to my next point. When you first get out here, do a dry run. Find out where everything's at. Find out where the sharper turn's at, where the gravel's at, where the leaves are at. There'll also be professional photographers out here taking your pictures like you just saw on the side of the road just now. There's a bunch of different places. Don't show out for those guys. If you look good on camera, you look good on camera, but don't act stupid enough to get yourself hurt because you're trying to make a good picture. Which I'm eating my own words on that one, because I've came pretty close to wrecking out here trying to get a good picture, so take it from me. Don't act too crazy out here. You'll end up wrecking trying to make a good picture. Have patience while you're out here. That's another tip. There will be slower riders that don't want to get out of your way for some reason. Don't lose your mind on them. Just understand it may be their first time out here. They may not understand those rules, or the kind of rule of thumb around here, or rule of wrist, to taking these turns and letting you go by. And they'll get angry with you if you do blow by them. So just choose your moments if you're going to do that. Don't be doing it in turns. This is a very relaxing, very fun ride, just to cruise. You can have fun on this ride doing the speed limit. You may not have as much fun as dragging knee, but this is an awesome cruise, guys. The Dragon isn't a scenery ride. The Dragon, the attraction here is the road itself, not the scenery. The scenery is mountain and cliff, that's it. The attraction is this nice twisty road we're on. Okay? I've got some more traffic building up behind me. I'm going to let them go by. Go ahead and lane share. And just most of all, guys, like I say, just ride your own ride out here. This is a very enjoyable ride. All these turns out here that say slow, that right before you hit the turn, by the way, that means it's a decreasing radius turn. So if you see the word slow written on the ground, that pretty much means it's going to be a pretty tight turn. It's not on all of them, like this one right here doesn't say it, and you see how tight this turn is. But that's not necessarily a very decreasing radius. But they have the words written on the ground, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Or you probably already have seen what I'm talking about in the camera. Another big thing I would say is watch your gear changing. Usually pick like second or third gear, enough that you have a little bit of engine brake, so you can just sort of roll into the throttle halfway through the turn and just, you hear them? They're doing it too. Rolling into the throttle. And that's all you do. I mean, you can just have a nice steady cruise. Outside, inside, outside, looking through the turn. See right here, I'm gonna go outside, inside, and I'm starting to get back on the throttle. Outside, I'm looking through the turn. That's how every turn should go. Just that nice, smooth roll back on the throttle. Don't chop the throttle because you can wash the bike out. That back end will come out from underneath you. Outside, inside, outside, looking through the turn. Okay? Once you get this down, then you can start, having fun. Doing some other things. I'm not gonna necessarily say do it on your first try, but then you can do things like the knee dragging and all that I've done out here, that I've got videos. I'll upload some of those while I'm here, while we're on this video. But for the most part, guys, just enjoy the ride, have fun. Oh, he said cop, so I better slow it down. Better not do no more wheelies. There's a lot of good bikes out here to enjoy. If you like looking at other bikes, looking at other custom bikes, I mean, this is the place to be if you ride a motorcycle, guys. This is it. This is the place to be. 318 turns and 11 miles. I mean, if you're looking to become a motorcyclist, this is where you want to go. If you can slay the dragon, then you've probably got the basics down. And you run it a few times and you get the hang of it, and then going back to your normal street, it gets boring. When you're on other riders like this, when you're up on their tail, back off a little bit so you don't target fixate on those riders. The last thing you want, there's a video right here of this turn I just went through actually. Last thing you want to do is to be going through a turn, see another rider right in front of you, they mess up and you mess up because you're looking at them doing what they're doing, picking their lines. Ride your own ride, like I said. Pick your own lines, ride your own ride in your comfort zone. Because there's plenty of videos out there. If you just type in Tail of the Dragon, crash compilation or anything like that, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. People watching two bikes riding together, one watches the other one, the front one makes the mistake, the second one goes right off behind him. And you guys see how far down that is. Long way down. This is a great ride, a great cruise. And like I say, guys, there'll be 3 or 4 photo booths where they'll take your picture as you're riding out here, so you can get a good picture of you, proof that you've rode the Dragon. There's Killboy, there's Moonshine Photos, there's US 129, there's a few others. Dragon Slayer. They usually upload those pictures within a few days. There's some nice cars come up here too, by the way, guys. We're talking Porsches, Corvettes, Mustangs, Lamborghinis, you name it. They come up here and they get their picture taken, they try and drift or just hug the road. See, here's another one of the photos. This is Killboy. By the way, guys, this entire video, I'm not sure if I've even broke 40 miles an hour, if that tells you anything. So when you come out here and you hit it at 60, 70, 80 miles an hour, you are definitely pushing the envelope, and that is not recommended if you're new to motorcycling at all. Make sure you have everything down pat before you try to even break the speed limit out here. Because even obeying the speed limit, there's a lot of hazards out here. And another big thing about the Dragon out here is, you know, I was a combat medic. I'm not sure if I ever said that before, but I'm medically trained. I've been deployed, so I know what I'm talking about when it comes to the medical side of things. The first 5 minutes of you getting injured is some of the most important minutes of your life as far as getting help. Out here, you're not getting that help within 5 minutes, guys. We're at least, I would say 20 minutes away, I believe that's what it is, 20 minutes away from the ambulances getting to you. So if you get hurt out here and you're in a lot of pain, you're going to be in a lot of pain for a minute. And those are precious minutes, especially if it's a serious injury. That's one of the reasons this road has claimed so many lives. Good turn, I like that one. Outside, inside, outside. There you go, bro. Good job. Also, there's no cell phone service out here. If you're gonna get if you end up needing help, somebody has to drive to go get a cell phone signal or to get help, to call for help. They don't just whip out their phone out here and have a signal. If no one ends up hurt while I'm here today, this will be the first time that I've ever been up here that no one got sent to the hospital, life-flighted out, horribly injured, or killed. And that usually, most of the time, that's from rider inexperience. Inexperienced riders coming up here. Sometimes it's from very experienced riders that just have bad luck, you know. One of those transfer trucks are up here trying to take the road, and they're in the middle of the road, and you come around the corner doing 30, 40 miles an hour, and there he is. It's not enough time to stop. Sometimes it's just, when you come up here, guys, you're rolling the dice. I'll say it like that. Not to scare anybody or intimidate anybody, but that's exactly what it is. It's every time you hit this road, you're rolling the dice. It's just like, you know, being deployed. Every time you go outside the gate, you're rolling the dice. Well, every time you get on this road, you're rolling the dice. Even, it doesn't matter how experienced you are. Taking chances is taking chances, and simply being on this road is taking a chance. Now, don't get me wrong, there's thousands of people that ride this road every year that aren't hurt, but there's a lot of people that are every year. I'm pretty sure riding this road, you have a better chance of getting hurt than struck by lightning, because I always hear people say you got a better chance of being struck by lightning. Riding this road, you probably got a better chance of wrecking. Also, while you're out here, the biker wave, the left-handed salute, a lot of people call it, where you drop your hand like he was just doing, you don't do that out here. Most of the time you don't do it. You notice these guys aren't doing that. That's because you need all your concentration out here. Last thing you need to be doing is taking your hand off the wheel. So as a courtesy to other riders, don't make them feel like a jerk for not doing it back to you. Don't do the left-handed salute while up here. Either the normal one or the one that I do, left-hand actual salute. Don't do it out here. Not until you get down from the Dragon's Tail. That guy's flying. He's having fun, guys. And there's some beautiful scenery out here, guys. Even though that's not the attraction, at places like the Overlook, like we're coming up to, you see all these guys up here. This is some beautiful scenery. You know what, Eric? Go ahead and pull over here and we'll stop the video here. Alright, guys. Well, thanks for watching. There's a beautiful view for you of the dam. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I guess that'll have to do. Cue that outro music.